that steep grade up ahead, slow me down, I'm making no time. I gotta keep on rolling. Those windshield wipers slapping out the tempo, break the broken rhythm with a song on the radio.
Hard fade. I was gonna start out and play my music like this, but then to confuse everyone, but I didn't. Hi guys, welcome to the Rideshare Rodeo weekly roundup. I am not Steve, and
You're not?
but I'm not. No, he could never grow this beard, but he is off. Where is he? In Houston, Austin?
Austin, I think he said.
It's one of them. He's in Texas. Just go with that.
Yeah, he's in Texas somewhere, and so we are just doing this thing without him. Thank you guys so much for joining. You, if I don't say hi to you, I'm sorry. I see Tommy, he was in our stream last night, so thanks for stopping by. But we're just gonna kind of go through kind of some of the stories that are making it around and about. Steve sent the articles this morning, so bear with us. So I want to talk about, so these ladies have never done rideshare, but rideshare is like a huge part of my gig. I would say I do more rideshare than anything else, honestly, because a lot of my stuff, the deliveries have slowed way down for us in our area. So, and I used to do a lot of Amazon Flex. Either of you have done Amazon Flex? Oh no,
don't have it.
on the
Two-year
waiting
wait list.
We don't have
Source
it.
subject. I'm like source
You don't-
subject.
You don't have it up there?
Nope.
So who delivers your Amazon packages? Do you have like Amazon Prime trucks and stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So they do everything, huh?
Yeah.
Or the Postal Service probably does some. I don't know. You probably have a
Well, not for Amazon. When it's Amazon, it's really the Amazon trucks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thomas.
We have a lot of Amazon trucks.
Okay. Cool. Well, I normally do that, but I wanted to talk a little bit about rideshare, and this is kind of in the rideshare community right now. Today that Uber announced they're going to do some Uber verification. So I don't know if you guys, I mean, obviously you haven't driven, but I'm assuming if you use Uber, it's your name, your credit card, and all kinds of stuff, like you would normally do it, right? Like legit.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I was a passenger a few times.
A few times?
Yeah. Anytime that I came to the States, because I used to come to the States often for a conference. So anytime that we came to the States, then I would take an Uber.
Okay.
I've taken an Uber, I think, like twice.
Okay. That's good. All right. So we're gonna watch this video real quick. Anyone that's in here that does anyone do rideshare in here? So I don't want to
there's a few.
That no one does rideshare. I don't know if Thomas does.
No, Thomas doesn't.
Gary doesn't. I know that.
Gary does. No, Gary does.
Gary does rideshare?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I do rideshare.
I think he only does it just to create his apps.
Let's play Who Knows Gary Milton Better.
Delivering. Yeah. I'm gonna get so much shit for that. Okay.
Oh, Bubba Sue. Okay.
All right.
Hey, Christopher Taylor.
Okay. So obviously, maybe you haven't seen it, but we'll talk about it next week in our show. But luckily, it came out today. So I'm going to play this news video real quick that I uploaded, and then we'll kind of chat about it and what you think, if this is even legit. Spoiler, it's bullshit. That's my opinion, but we'll watch this first.
Rob, Uber says this is all in response to security and safety concerns from drivers. Starting tomorrow, riders will be verified. Top security officials at Uber are telling me exclusively tonight how this will all work. You could see this blue verification check mark on your Uber account starting Thursday if you live in the Chicago area or 11 other cities. Uber's chief trust and security officer talked to the I-Team exclusively to explain the new rider verification process.
What that is confirmation that we know that a rider in an Uber is who they say they are. The way it works is we take information that we have about riders on Uber, name, phone number, credit card, and we cross-check that information with a trusted third-party database.
Uber says most people will automatically get verified without doing a thing. Uber will cross-reference personal information that Uber already has in your account. No ID required. That completes the verification process for the vast majority of people. But if for some reason that system doesn't work and you remain unverified, Uber says riders would have to upload a government ID, license, or passport to get verification.
They just take a photograph of their license in the app, and we verify their identification that way.
If you fall into this category and don't want to upload an ID or don't have one, you would still be able to ride on Uber.
They're not barred from the platform in any way. They just wouldn't have the blue check mark showing that we took the extra step to know that they are who they say they are.
However, if you are not verified, a driver could decide to not pick you up. What about that concern of someone who doesn't have an ID potentially not getting a ride?
That's why we're monitoring this rider verification bag over time. We actually think that the rider verification badge will promote equity because now drivers will have confidence in who they're picking up, maybe in neighborhoods that they wouldn't normally.
Tell me why drivers want this.
They want to know more about people getting in and out of their cars for safety reasons.
This comes at a time when rideshare drivers have been at risk all over the nation and in Chicago. Just last week in the Inglewood neighborhood, an Uber driver was injured and his passenger was killed. The Uber driver says he was blocked by the assailant's vehicle, then shots were fired. Police have no suspects and have not said what the motive was. Riders we talked to, like Timothy Hardy, say they're all for the enhanced.
Okay, well, we get the gist of it. So the funny big thing, they're talking about all this verification. They're like, even if you can't upload your ID, you can still use the platform, though. You just won't get the blue check mark. And I'm just like,
exactly.
What's
So it's
the
like, what's the
purpose?
point?
yeah, what's the point? You know,
It
it's
makes
just,
absolutely no sense. Like, what's the point then if you can bypass it? It's just
Yeah.
like DoorDash we were saying last week, where you can just skip the fact that you don't have your bag. What's
Yeah.
the point?
yeah. So I mean, I don't know if it's just, I would assume this is just a PR thing. I don't know. So honestly, though, go ahead.
Are there illegal accounts on Uber along with Uber Eats? Like, is there illegal drivers who do Uber just like they do Uber Eats?
It would be really hard to do it because they do a lot of verification.
Okay, I was gonna say because it'd be not funny, but it'd be funny if like there's an illegal driver and then an illegal passenger, and then like both people are illegal doing the whole entire ride.
Yeah, that would be that would be interesting. No, it's much more. I mean, I would say I have to verify picture quite a bit in the car. Like if I go offline for a little bit and try to go back on. And if you're like, you steal somebody's account and it's a female and you're a male, I mean,
You'll be reported.
you'd be reported. Yeah.
Wait, so you have to do the photo verification so multiple times during the day, technically, you could end up doing the photo. That you see, I like that though. I don't mind that.
I do too.
I wish they would
think
do that with food delivery, honestly.
yeah.
I don't care how many times a day they want to take my photo. Go ahead and take my photo.
It's mostly if I go offline. So if I'm multi-apping, like, and I take a Uber Comfort ride and then I sign off and do Lyft for a while, and like an hour and a half later, I try to go back on, which is annoying because I'll start rolling down the road and it would be like,
That is
hey,
annoying.
by the way, you need.
That's the annoying part.
It's like shit.
So
And you
So
gotta
you want-
stop.
you want to hear something funny? This is the first time, and maybe because I don't work Uber Eats as much as I do other platforms. So did in Uber Eats, I took the picture, closed out the order, and immediately it shut my account off. And it says you must verify yourself before you can move on to your next delivery. So like I was like literally mid delivery, and
What?
I know I've never seen that happen before. Like I've had it when you go to sign back on after not being on it for a while, and then
Yeah.
it asks you and you're driving, to Jason's point. But this one was literally as soon as I closed out the order, nope, verify. You can't take another order until you verify. It was very strange.
That's weird. I've never had that.
So you run a double and they did it in the middle of that? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Maybe I was unclear. No, I had an order. I was closing out the order, took the picture, completed the order. It's like literally it took me offline and says you
okay.
need to verify yourself before you can take another order.
Hmm.
The only time that's happened to me is if they've sent me multiple orders and I like decline them. So then that does the whole like 3 declines and then you have to check back in. So that's normal. But if they didn't even send you any orders and you declined, like why kick you off?
I don't
What
know.
is your
It was
opinion?
strange.
What is your opinion on how many times would be too much for that on DoorDash? Like, you say you're okay with it, but like if you're running
DoorDash, do it every. I don't care if you do it every order. Like literally
no,
for DoorDash.
let's not get crazy.
Seriously, I'm not
Because she wants all
crazy.
those people gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a
Yeah.
good life. Like bye bye. Like get
She
off.
wants them gone. So if they're gonna have to do the verification for every single order, why not?
I think I would be okay with once an hour. I think I would
Okay.
be okay with that. If
Yeah.
it's more than that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to another app.
Yeah, it would get a little annoying.
I think it should be almost like Uber Eats. As soon as you sign off a DoorDash, as soon as you go to sign back on again, like you need to
Okay.
verify yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you did it every hour, like I just did it an hour ago and I'm still like, I haven't left the app. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At least if I sign off, I think it
Yeah,
needs
that's a
to
good
be
point.
every time you sign on. I think that would actually be perfect.
Do you think the apps know when we're not on the main screen? So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. I think
you
they
think
communicate
so?
with each
even
other.
though that you're online, but you're on a different app, do you think they know that it's not the
100%.
really?
Absolutely.
Because
I think
my
they communicate with
DoorDash-
each other.
My DoorDash used to say searching for GPS at one point. So anytime that I wasn't on the actual main DoorDash screen, it would say searching for GPS and it wouldn't update where I was. But if I was on the main DoorDash screen, then it was following me. So sometimes, because obviously anytime I go out, I multi-app. So I would be on an Uber, let's say, and then when I go back to DoorDash, because it's like right there, it would say searching for GPS and it would ping me where I was, not where I currently am. Yeah. So they definitely know when you don't have the main screen up.
See, I think they communicate, like all apps, I think communicate with each other somehow. Gary would know this better than I absolutely would. He's the tech person in this group. But how many times have you like crickets on all your apps and all of a sudden you get like a DoorDash order and then all of a sudden because you took a DoorDash order, then you get an Uber Eats order and then you get a Grubhub, but like they just start coming in because they already know you took an order. You guys all know that happens.
Yes, that definitely happens. But I just assumed, oh, it's because the restaurants now are like,
No, you guys all know that happens.
It's either that or you have to go to the bathroom and then you get like 3 orders. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm on Android, so maybe
I'm
that's
not.
why they
I'm on
can do it with
iPhone,
me.
but Gary, I'm sorry. I don't agree with you. No, just kidding.
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about iOS is like they're pretty strict. Every time I download a new app, it says ask app not to track. They want you to, but you can choose no, do not track. No, obviously I don't do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do that. I always ask them not to track. No, I
Except-
don't need them tracking my phone or tracking my other apps. No.
But they play it off like, maybe Gary can explain it a little bit more, but they play it off like it's just for like to make it a better experience on the app or something like that.
Yeah, just like braking hard and accelerating. It's for your safety.
It's for your safety.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Oh, man.
Better
But
party
Chris
of one on
Mateo
that
is
one.
right. If someone's gonna commit a crime, they're gonna do a blue check mark or not, and it's
Well-
true. Like the fact that they can bypass it.
The problem is too, they've gamified they've gamified a lot of it, but for me, for Rideshare, they've gamified it so much. Even if someone isn't the account holder, I'm gonna take them because I got a fucking quest to hit. Like if I'm gonna be a prick about it and decline all these rides, it's gonna be a third of my rides because it's not the rider that's on the app.
This is the thing. All of these companies, not just Uber, it could be DoorDash, any one of these, they claim that a lot of their programs are for safety, for public appearance, to make them look all high and mighty, and they do stuff for the drivers, but it doesn't do anything. I was going to say something really bad. It doesn't do anything for the driver's safety. I mean, there was an article, I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was a DoorDash driver who got pulled over because he didn't use a directional signal to find out he had warrants out for his arrest for kidnapping.
Okay.
So you can't tell me that the background checks
Kidnapping?
are fantastic with DoorDash.
No.
At least
keep
he's
us
not
all
a driver.
Were you gonna say don't do jack shit?
Yes, I was.
Why is that so bad? I was like, that is so weak. Like there's no F-bomb in it.
So actually, the fact that that brought up something when we were talking about like all these safety features and all this kind of stuff. It's a video that I saw on Instagram, but it was a lady, anyways, it's from TikTok. And it was a Lyft driver that was saying that she's doing like a PSA for all Lyft and Uber passengers, because in the system, she realized that, you know, when you go in your app and you set like your home address, or you set your work or whatever, before it used to just say like the person's name and then it would have the address. Now it actually identifies it as home. So she's like, there's this one lady that she dropped off, and especially for females, like this could be serious. And it actually said drop off home and then the address. So she's like, you never know, like a Lyft driver or an Uber driver or whatever can just screenshot that screen and keep it, and they know that that's your actual home. So she showed like how you can disable it and take off the tag home and all that kind of stuff. But it's these companies, they say that they're doing things for safety, but then they turn around and do other things that you're like,
and then they sell your information off to insurance companies.
Yeah, that too. So it's like, I don't know. That's kind of very dishonest.
I mean, I'm kind of the, like, I know you brought that up, the safety thing, but it's pretty obvious it's their home anyways. You know what I mean? So seeing that is not, I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, but like, if I drop somebody off at a house, I assume it's their home, whether it says home in their app or not, right? I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, it is, guys are creepies regardless. So, oh, Gary says you should never enter your home address in your navigation. I already had that problem.
That's true.
I had one time where on Waze, mine says home, and I was driving by my house, and it on the Waze, it said home. So I was really close to my house with a passenger. So, but they didn't. I mean, they're not paying attention. They got their head up their asses anyways.
There's that. But I did see that you shouldn't input like home on any of your navigation stuff.
That's probably just generally good advice.
Yeah. Sure. And she was also saying like different tips, like if you're dropping off home, don't actually drop off like directly at your house. Drop off like two houses over. Or
see, that is a good tip for a woman. Like, and I don't think a lot of people do that. They just that's why I said that's their home. Like, I don't need a sign that says it. That's their home. I mean, of course, it could be a friend's house or whatever, but more than likely, it's their home.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah,
it's so scary.
You know what's crazy? Women rideshare drivers. That's scary. Just because how the amount of like weirdos out there, like.
Hence why we don't do it.
I know. You can drive during the day. It's fine during the day. Just don't do it at night.
Until someone pulls a gun at you in broad daylight. It's all good.
That's a crazy story. All right. So I got this TikTok. It's a pretty short one, but it's about tip baiting. So you guys, not rideshare. So, but this is only 22 seconds. But I couldn't believe the gall of this lady, and I'm so glad this girl recorded this. So I'm gonna play this real quick, and then we'll talk about it.
It like took away my whole pay on the thing.
I changed the tip because when you go in there, they want me to give you $35 as a tip. I can't afford that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I changed it to $14.
Okay.
So what's the problem? I do that all the time.
Oh, okay.
What's the problem? I do that all the time.
Just the matter of fact. So we were talking about it last night, where she said that the company wants to tip you $35. So do you think they're asking, or they're suggesting a percentage? Is that what you think?
Yeah, so they probably okay. So if I know Uber, I mean, I know DoorDash better than Uber. I'm assuming this was Uber Eats because it was tip baiting.
No, I think it was Instacart.
Oh, it was Instacart?
I think it was Instacart because it's 35 to 14. That sounds like Instacart.
Okay,
tips.
So if it's Instacart, okay, so they suggest 5%. Do you know how big her shopping order had to be if they're suggesting $33 for shopping?
Must have been giant.
She had a huge.
She probably had like a $600 shopping order to do $33, because when you do Instacart, it automatically suggests 5%, and then the customer can go up from there. So that is like probably like 115, 20 plus items. that she's requesting and then is only going to tip her driver $14 and backing it out? Oh, heck no. I'd be livid. As a
I'd be
Instacart
so
shopper,
upset.
I'd be livid.
I'd be so upset. And she was so calm about it. She's like, okay.
Granted, I'd say granted, guys, first of all, never confront a customer. That's first
No.
thing ever. Like, I will say
worth it.
Instacart is semi-good with tip baiting and helping drivers get a percentage. It's never really happened to me. I heard they're good about getting money back. So I would never confront a customer. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
The thing with Instacart is that they're good if the person zeroes it out. If they reduce the tip, you're not getting anything back. But if they zero it out and they don't put a reason why they zero it out, like it's not something quality-wise or anything like that, you're not getting the tip back.
Well, then that person sucks. That's the only thing I say. Like that person just sucks. Like that is horrible to expect someone to shop for that many items. Horrible.
Well, and I don't understand either. You're like, if that was that much of an order, like in $600 range, right? And she's like, I can't afford that. I'm like,
then why?
Really? You can't
Well,
afford?
first of all, Instacart hikes up their prices so much. So if you can't afford it, you should be going to the grocery store yourself because you'd be saving a ton of money just by going to a grocery store and not getting all those upcharges on every single item that you purchase through Instacart.
Does every store do that though?
Yeah.
Like, so all this, like Aldi and all that stuff, they're all upcharged. Okay. I know that.
From what I saw, though, some of the stuff at Instacart, some of the stuff at Costco weren't upcharged because I had to use it like a few times, and I was like, "Oh, the price is the same." Okay, that's interesting.
Do you guys? So you guys
maybe because you have club member pricing though. Like if you're a club member, like you have to put in your club member, so they can't change your club member pricing because you're a member. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why.
Do you guys both do Instacart?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you both done Costco orders?
I love Costco orders.
I hate Costco orders.
I love them. I live like 2 minutes away, so I get them from home. And I love them because they usually pay really well.
Yeah, they do. I know Gabe that was on our show last night. He is Instacart, like amazing. He gets so much fucking money from those orders. Now, can you deliver booze on Instacart?
Yes.
No. Well, I can.
I meant from Costco.
Oh, see, we don't have booze in Costco by me. Like they have liquor stores on Instacart. So.
Oh yeah, you're different in New Jersey, aren't you?
We don't have any liquor in any of our markets.
Yeah, you have to go to a store.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like in Toronto.
Yeah.
In Ontario, it's the same thing. They have the beer store and LCBO.
Okay. Yeah.
We have the SAQ, that's the government run one, but you can also buy like wine and stuff at Costco.
Cheers.
Yeah, you can buy hard liquor at Costco in ours.
Like hard liquor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, they only have like whatever they're selling. It's not like you can go to like a shop that you can get any kind of liquor, but you can get rum and vodka and
wow.
I mean, I wouldn't call that stuff hard liquor. I mean, there's a lot harder stuff, but anyways.
Definitely.
But yeah.
And yes, Tyler, you're right. It's only up to $10 for the Instacart where they zero it out with no reason. They give you up to $10 back from the tip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. We have liquor at wholesale, BJ, Sam's. Yeah. Huh. It's interesting. So yeah, I've done Instacart, but man, it's hard to get a good batch on there. And I get stressed out at Costco. I actually dumped an order at Costco. I got like a quarter way through it and I'm just like, I'm so fucking stressed. I can't find anything. And I'm just like, I just got rid of the batch. I was like, couldn't do it. Too many people, too many aisles. It was just
I will say it could be very overwhelming if you do it on on a Sunday. Like it could be really. I would never suggest if anybody's starting Instacart, don't do it on the weekends because I honestly would walk right back out. Go during the weekday.
When my wife and I go to Costco, we strategically pick a day and we're like at 9:55, we roll up on that motherfucker, and then we're like Go. We get our stuff. We go get our nice slice of pizza, and then we sit down and have a little lunch date, and then we're out of there by like 10:35.
Yeah, Costco's busy. It's but it's always busy. It's just sometimes it's a little less busy, but it's always busy.
So you guys don't do Costco at all on the weekends?
Well, first of all,
I used to do it on the weekend.
I just don't like Costco. Like they have like nowhere, like if you don't know your Costco like the back of your hand, it is a very hard shop to do because there's no aisle numbers. There, like it's very confusing. So, in order to love Costco, you have to be an avid shopper of Costco.
Yeah.
As I said, it's right here. This is where we do our groceries. Like, so we're always in Costco. So I know that Costco pretty much the back of my hand until they switch things around like they always do.
Yeah.
They always switch things around. But it's funny that you mentioned the whole no aisle number thing, because until DoorDash had like updated their app for the shop and deliver, we never had aisle numbers on anything. So I used to look at like your videos or Long Island Dash Experience, and I was like, you guys have aisle numbers? Like what? And then I would see like that's the thing. And I'm like, huh? What do you mean aisle numbers? And then I would see like when you guys get frustrated when there's no aisle numbers, and I'm like, we don't have that.
Oh, Jamie says hers has.
Wait, so you don't have any aisle numbers?
So the only time that we have aisle numbers is with DoorDash, the shop and deliver for one store here. Other than that, we don't have aisle numbers.
For any store?
No.
What?
Oh my God.
I would die.
Like at all.
To me, the worst is Uber Eats to do a shop and deliver. I hate doing Uber Eats shop and delivers because they do it by category, not by aisle.
Yeah.
And it's like literally all over the place. And you're like, what? How do I even shop this? I hate doing Uber Eats shop and delivers, but with aisle numbers, no aisle numbers. I would be slow as molasses. Aisle numbers? Okay, let's go. Let's get it done.
You gotta kind of get used to your places. Like I remember I went to this one place and I was like, I've never been there before. And it was a lot of different foods that I've never seen in my life. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be horrible. But it wasn't too bad. You kind of figure out where things are, and you have to look at the list like before you go in so that you can kind of plan it out. But yeah, no aisle numbers.
Oh my God. Uber Eats is like a toddler scheduled the shop. Like it's so disorganized and not like Spark or whatever, where everything's relatively, although Spark has its issues at times too, where it's a little out of whack. So but
that is so true, Joanne.
It is.
That's
why I am not a fan of doing Costco. I'm like, that's why I'm a fan of not doing Costco.
Well, I mean, every store does that. They put all the stuff in, they put the pharmacy in a certain spot, and they put the, the frozen goods in a certain spot, everything like that. So, yeah.
Not even, because Costco, you have like the frozen stuff in the middle, but then you have some refrigerated stuff in the middle. You have some refrigerated stuff on the side, and then you have like the dairy refrigerated on another side.
What is happening in your country?
It's all over the place. They
frozen
really
in
want
the middle
everywhere. Yeah, the middle has all the frozen stuff. Like it's like 4 aisles in the one right here.
Like in the middle of the store?
Well, it's in the middle and the back.
Okay, yeah. That's the same for us. Then when you said middle, I was thinking like the middle of the store.
Well, not middle of the store, but it's not. So there's like aisles after it, aisles to the side of it. So it's not on a wall.
No,
it's
right.
literally like
Ours
that, and then you have like a whole bunch of stuff behind it in front. Yeah.
Well, let's just, in general, it sucks to shop at Costco.
Agreed.
All right.
Sorry, China. I agree with that.
I disagree.
All right. Moving on to this. We talked about this last night and on our show too, but this Ohio man charged with murder. So when you see this video, like it's a news thing, it's like 1:40, but like you can see how like distressed this woman was. And do you guys know the story of this at all or not?
I know.
Okay,
I do.
We'll play this, and then you're going to be sad. So I'm going to bring the room down.
To the horrific, deadly shooting of a 61-year-old Uber driver. Authorities say she had no idea that the homeowner she was doing a pickup for had been called by scammers and was told that the Uber driver was in on it all. They say the homeowner then shot and killed that Uber driver. Here's Alex Perez.
Tonight, Ohio authorities say both people in this video, the man with the gun and the woman, an Uber driver, were scammed last month with deadly consequences. 81-year-old William Brock charged in the murder of 61-year-old Uber driver Lolitha Hall. Authorities say Brock had received calls from scammers telling him a relative had been arrested, demanding $12,000 for bail, telling him a driver would stop by to pick up a package with the money. Authorities believe the same scammers directed that Uber driver to pick up a package at Brock's home without telling her what they had told the homeowner. Hall had no idea what she was walking into when she arrived. Brock then confronting her at gunpoint.
I was threatened that she was going to come and kill me.
Hall frantic.
Yeah, I know what you're after.
Investigators say Brock took her cell phone, and when she tried to get in her car to get to safety, Brock stopped her from leaving, shooting her 3 times, later calling 911.
Well, I shot her in the leg the first time, and I shot her in the shoulder.
Hall later died. In a statement, Uber saying this is a horrific tragedy and banning the account of the individual who made the request.
And David, authorities say they cannot stress enough law enforcement will never solicit cash. That should always be a red flag. David?
Alex Perez, just a horrible story tonight. Alex, thank you.
Oh, that's horrible.
I know. It's so bad. So there's so many different things going on with that. So one, if you guys don't know, I know you do Uber Eats, but do you have access to Uber package then too on your?
No,
I don't.
I've never signed up for it. I never want it. I never want Uber Connect. I never want Uber package. They can keep it. They can do whatever they want with it. I'm not getting involved.
Kim, wait, Kim. How do you really feel?
That's exactly how I feel. Because of things like that. And
Exactly.
Yeah, so most of those Uber packages, they're drug deals. They're 100%
They
drug deals.
are.
Now this was obviously a scam. They were trying to scam and do some things, and so obviously the man was involved in the scam and the woman was, because she was just doing her job to go and to get it. But 100% of the time, those are drugs. Like, it's so stupid. Why Uber? Again, they don't give a shit because they just want money. But like, why did they think that this is going to be a good thing? So, and then another thing. Why are you coming out of your house? I know, okay, you're 81, whatever. It shouldn't be an excuse you're old, so you don't know things, but you should know everything, right? Because you're 81. But why are you coming out of your house when there's an issue like that? Like, if someone's like on your front porch and causing an issue, why do you exit your home? Like, stay in your house. That's the say. He's so worried about this scam. Why is he coming outside and confronting this woman?
Oh, because I have to find it. They said.
But if the person is saying, "Sir, I'm not," like,
Yeah,
if
you
they're
saw
like,
the video.
she's like defenseless. Like, if you're seeing someone, like, why are you still pursuing this
Exactly.
person after, like, they're like this? You can tell she's frightened for her. She
Yes.
literally was frightened for her life. When do you stop?
Yeah.
So in the article, it says that the scammer that called him said that one of his relatives was in jail and demanded money. So when she got there, he thought, okay, she has the information. So he was asking her, who are these scammers? What's going on? Like, who are these people? What's going on? Who's my relative? Why do you want the money? And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And
Right.
that's why he was chasing her, because he's like, you called me, you tell me my relative's in jail, I need to pay you money, and now you're at my door at the same time, pretty much. Like, it's just a whole big mess that I'm like, at the end of the day, this, like, someone thought this was like a prank or a scam, or
First of
and now
all,
someone lost their
first of
life.
all, how unhuman is it for these scammers to do something like this to this poor lady? Like,
Yeah.
they have literally no qualm about what they just did, because if it wasn't for the scammers, she wouldn't be put in this position to begin with. So
Nope.
they don't care about human beings. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's sickening. Granted, nobody can predict that he was going to come out of his house with a gun, but still
Yeah.
disgusting.
Well, the
Yeah.
crazy part too is, like, I shot her in the leg first. I'm like, well, why did you? You've
Why
obviously
didn't you stop
immobilized
there?
her. Yeah, you should have just stopped there and called the cops. You should have just called the cops in general. But oh yeah, I felt so bad for that lady. Like, that's that's the crazy stuff. And here I keep talking about rideshare, and you guys are like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, why? All these stories are great.
But there are just as many crazy people in food delivery as they are in rideshare. I mean, it's not a safe. I mean, people think it's safe. I mean, is there ever any, safe places to do anymore? I mean, it's not. I mean, God, even me, like I make sure just because of the craziness, surrounding my areas, like I still look over my shoulder and make sure I'm not being followed and, not, I keep like a huge aware of my surroundings because of crazy people. There's crazy people out there.
Yeah, we are at a big risk. Cause I always tell my daughter's 16. I'm like, eyes up, phone down. You know what I mean? When you're walking,
Yeah.
but we're constantly looking at our phones because we're taking pictures, we're looking at directions, we're seeing where the customer wants the food. It's like, oof, man, it's definitely, you got to keep aware, of your surroundings at all times. And do you guys, either of you, deliver at night at all, or is it just
I
daytime?
do every night.
That's pretty much when I deliver.
Really? Mm-hmm. Interesting. What do you do all day, Kim?
I do all day and all night. I don't stop.
I was like, do you have another job during the day, or like?
No, I do this full time. I work
thought
40 to 50
so.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, but oh man, that's it's so dangerous at night. But do you carry anything like
mace? That type of.
You don't have to admit to anything. I should have prefaced that.
We're not a gun carrying state, so it's not like we can, carry in New Jersey. But for me, it's like simple things like, I take my keys with me because they can be used as a form of weapon. I don't close out any order until I'm back in the car. Like there's just simple things that you just need to do as, anybody being safe in any neighborhood. So
you don't close the order till you get back in your car?
No.
Why?
I'll take the picture. Why am I going to keep my head down and not look at my surroundings as I'm closing on my order?
Is that why? I want to get on to the next one. I was like, fuck it, like swipe right away.
Now, if you're looking down at your phone and you're closing out an order, you don't see anybody popping out of a bush or coming at you.
Yeah. Larry, my co-host, he says he has like a baton that he carries with him. So like in this back pocket. So like mostly for dogs, because dogs are kind of sneaky. They'll just jump at you when you're at the door. But like he has a baton that if you go like this, if you like, you can't understand, when you whip it like that, it
flings up.
Yeah. So that's not a bad idea either. But
we're not allowed batons. It's illegal. Only the cops.
The baton. Really?
Yeah. It's just like mace. That's why I have coyote deterrent.
Really? Is that what?
Yeah. Because you can have coyote deterrent, but you can't have mace.
What are well, I would assume in Canada, but Kim, do you know like taser rules? Could you carry a taser on you?
No,
those are illegal. I don't think they're illegal here.
Really?
I mean, there's probably a certain level one that is, but somebody fact check that. I don't know.
Yeah, I was on, I forgot what panel I was on, but if you guys, Lady D, she's in a lot of rideshare communities and she was on the panel. Anyway, she was giving advice to keep roach spray in the car. It acts very similar to mace, especially if your states don't even allow mace. So I should say pepper spray, because it's not mace anymore, it's pepper spray.
Well, but Soda said hairspray.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't know hairspray. Like
it's all gonna sting like a MFer. So
yeah.
I mean,
it's just that hairspray, it's so like spritzy, like you gotta be really close, no?
I was around in my retail days when, long story short, mace or pepper spray was sprayed during an stop with a shoplifter in my store, and I never want to be. I was literally 5 feet away, and it stung my eyes being 5 feet away. So I would never want to even come close with pepper spray. Like it would, like the whole store smelled like pepper spray for. I can't even tell you how long. It's some potent stuff. So.
Yeah. And don't inhale too much. And yeah,
it's pretty nasty. But like, I think
listen, Thomas, aren't you in New Jersey? Is he in New Jersey with you?
Yeah, he's being funny.
Trying to be funny. Is New Jersey super like anti-gun there?
Yeah.
Interesting. We have like the best of both worlds in Michigan because we've had like we have an amazing governor right now and is very left leaning, and she's done great stuff. But we also have a ton of gun rights here, and then we can smoke a ton of weed. So it's like this weird, like that's why it's a great state to be in. Everyone's got everything that they want. So
that is true.
I mean, I wouldn't advise smoking weed and using guns at the same
I say
time.
I wouldn't
I
probably
wouldn't do
recommend
that.
doing those two together, but you know,
I would not do
travel at
Here's
own
a-
risk.
Oh, but you
I
see,
guess.
weed is legal here. You see, Canada has something.
Yeah.
Oh, weed's
So-
legal here in New Jersey too.
Fun fact, you cannot have a legal medical marijuana card and carry a concealed weapons permit in the state of Michigan, though.
But
Well,
that
it
kinda
makes sense.
But
They
what
wouldn't want you to mix it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like everyone, okay, I don't know if you guys know, but I get on like a weed like bandwagon because all these dare kids, they're like, oh, it's so bad for you, but you can go get shit faced, and you know what I mean. And then if you are drunk and you have a gun and you get caught with it, you are charged. But I'm just saying, like, weed, you smoke it, it's like 15 minutes later, you're fine, but it's still in your system for like 30 days. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a bullshit thing. Cause I'm a bus driver too. So I can't do any cannabis because I mean, if I did it tonight and then I get randomly drug tested, that I could lose
I was
my
gonna
life.
say, do you
Lose
get
your job.
randomly drug tested because you're a bus driver?
Yeah. 4 times a year we get, it's random, but we don't get, it's just random. Like you can go for 3 years without getting tested. 4 times a year. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, and I drive my bus. I drive senior citizens around too, and I'll get randomly tested for them too. So I got popped twice in a month, like 2 months ago. I was like,
Oh, that's annoying.
it's fine. I just go do it, but it's just like, I don't know. I just wish they would be able to test cannabis as like, hey, he did the level is so low, like it's not affecting him. It's just weird. Like I can get shit faced tonight and tomorrow morning get in my bus and I'm like, fine, you know, even I smell like a brewery, but
Exactly.
you know what I mean? It's just weird. So anyway,
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Oh, I wonder how many food delivery drivers, if they did that test, would pass.
I really wonder.
That's crazy though.
Well,
Chris-
there you go.
Christopher says the bad part of weed is people smoking and driving. Well, it's same for drinking and driving. I honestly, personally, I would rather somebody be high as a kite behind the wheel than drunk. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, because their eyes aren't blurry.
Oh, they're just not driving like complete assholes.
They're not. Like
they're
when they're drunk, like you could see, like they
God.
swerve and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and they can't really see. Whereas they're just chill, they're laid back, no?
Yeah, they are chill. They are laid back. Ant says, yeah, bus drivers get tested so randomly in Michigan. He's so right. How does he know? Is he a bus driver? Are we fellow brothers in yellow? I think Ant.
You
I
can
can't
form
tell
your
by his
own group there.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you guys do like like the truckers or let's say motorcyclists or whatever, where you have like a special handshake or like a special hand motion when you see each other?
So it's so funny. So we don't
Oh,
have
you do.
Oh my god, they do.
Oh, listen. We don't have a special one, but it's this weird thing where you wave, right? But then it gets annoying, and then you feel like you have to wave every single time. But like I always wave at any Granville bus, or I shouldn't have said where it was, but oh well. Any of my own school district, I wave at. But then there's like a district or a busing company that does like a lot of special needs kids and stuff like that. They're assholes. They will never wave. So I just stop waving back at them. But then it's like, again, it's like a commitment. Like, and then if you don't wave, then you're like, oh, Jason didn't wave at me today. Like, you're a 65-year-old woman. Shut up and just drive the bus.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
But no special wave. No, not like, isn't it like the Jeeps have a wave or like a 2-finger, like, hey, or something like that?
Well, I've seen, so we have a lot of like I would say younger adults or whatever. They're like 18 or 19 and they're on scooters over here. So you don't need like a special driver's license to have a scooter because really you're not going fast on a scooter. But I saw one that he was passing a motorcyclist and he did it. And the motorcyclist looked at him like,
oh,
dude.
Yes. If you're on like a moped, don't you dare do the motorcycle like you put your hand down or whatever. Like, hey, what's up?
Oh, wow.
The same level.
I think that's hilarious. I would do that every time if I drove a scooter. Big old Harley's there, and you're just like, brr.
Oh man, it was too funny.
Oh my gosh. Where do we want to go now? Do you want to go back to some rideshare? Do you want to see some annoying lady? The video is kind of weird, but do you want to talk
I
about
actually want to see the annoying lady first because we could talk about that because then it could like segue into the rideshare.
Before we get into that, I don't want to forget because I forgot on Tuesday night and I want to forget tonight. So, and Christopher Taylor is here tonight. So he sent me an article.
Yeah.
I pull it up. And it's important because if there's anybody in Chicago, this could keep an eye open. Is that right? Keep an eye out.
Yep.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Is there is a missing DoorDash driver who went missing a couple of days ago. He's 24 years old. His name is Elijah Okanola, if I said that right, of Hyde Park. He is about 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 140 pounds, brown eyes, black hair, and was last seen wearing a black thin jacket. They're trying to work with DoorDash to get his last known coordinates so they can start there. But he's been missing for a couple days now. So,
do you have a link
just
for
putting
that?
it out there. I can send it to you.
Like he was on an order and he went missing?
I think so, yeah. Like his family, like he was doing DoorDash and then he never, like he went missing.
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible.
Copy
I'm surprised
link.
that doesn't happen more often because, again, you guys talk about delivering at night and you just walk up to the door, someone grabs your ass and brings them in.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the chances are low, but like that.
It could totally happen, especially
I just
since
sent it to your
turn on their
phone.
lights.
Yeah, for sure. That is sad.
People really don't turn on their lights, their porch lights. So then you
Oh, I
walk up
know.
and it's like pitch black. So you have your flashlight, you have the food, you have your phone. Yeah, it's crazy. That's so sad.
I know. And he's a kid, like
Yeah.
he's someone's son, someone's sister or brother.
I wonder, is DoorDash like holding stuff back or something or what?
I don't know. I mean, I think this was released, on Tuesday. So I don't know I haven't looked to see whether there's been an update. I've been a little busy to see if there's been an update, but
yeah. I know a lot of those apps, it's like they almost need like a freaking warrant to get information. It's like
they almost like they need like the FBI to get like involved and get warrants out to get.
Yeah.
some of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I mean, I do appreciate they do protect some of the data, you know what I mean? But when this shit happens, like it's like, who gives a crap? It's someone that needs help.
Here's Christopher.
really.
I don't think they've found his car even.
Well, then it makes me think, like, is he missing? Like, did he not just take off on his own then? I mean, when you got a car
24
missing
though?
and the person.
If you're 24 and you're doing DoorDash, I doubt he would just take off on its own like that. Unless there's something else going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But yeah.
But yeah, sorry. I just didn't want to forget about it because I forgot about it on Tuesday. And I said, I promise
You
I'll
know
do
what?
it on Thursday.
You told me at the beginning of the show and I forgot about it. Like, I'm like Ron Burgundy. If you come to my show, I like read the rundown. And like, if it's not on the rundown, I'm going to forget it. So
Eric Berry has a good point though. I actually thought of that at 9:49 about the old guy with the 61-year-old Uber driver. He's like, he pulled the race card. I could see it.
You know what?
It's sad to say because he is old.
You know what? I
Still
didn't even
disgusting.
think of that. And I'm usually the one that thinks about that. And I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Isn't it going to be cool when all those old fucks die off and there's like even my kids, like that's like they don't think about that stuff. Like
Exactly.
it's not a thing. So no offense if you're old. There ain't nobody old in here. Not 81. If you're 81 in here and you're offended, then I don't know what to do. You can send me an email or something.
Do they know how to email?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, if they're in here and they're posting, like,
yeah, that's true.
Watching, they better know how to send an email. Try to cancel me. I don't care.
Oh man.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Steve here. Oh wait, I am on Steve's stream. Oh, it's streaming on my channel too. Anyways, okay, so a lot of times I'm gonna play this video, and again, it's a little hard to hear, so I won't play the whole thing. But you get people in your car that are they're entitled jerks, you know what I mean? And this woman seemed to be that. But I want you to just look at this guy's mask. It's just weird to me. And tell me what's the first thing when I play it, what you think. And think outside of the box and think weird. And then tell me what.
I watched your podcast last night. So.
Oh, you already know. Damn it. Damn it. Don't spoil it. Okay.
I'm not.
All right. Let's see. Which video is it this one?
Sir, you do know that your time is not changed. It's 4:25, not 3:25.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't have to talk to the mask. I can't hear you when you do that. No, this guy has a mask on. I can't hear a thing that he says. No.
I need the mask to protect myself.
He needs a mask to protect himself. Like, okay, the coronavirus is around, so everybody has to do this. It's ridiculous. All you have to do is sanitize. Be clean. Do you want me to ask him? He asked me why you have that specific mask on. Because it's not like the hospital mask at all.
Did you know how many people died with the mask they have? I mean, this is a better mask for me. I mean, I like this mask. So, yeah.
He just likes the mask. That's why he has it on.
Okay, it's hard to hear because he's like talking in the background of the video. So, and it's only in one channel too. So it's very annoying. But this is obviously probably at the tail end of the coronavirus, I would guess, because he was still wearing a mask and she wasn't. And then, you know, because
there's still people around my area who have masks on that I don't even question it anymore because I'm like, if they're just protecting themselves, do whatever you want to do. I mean, I feel like it's a choice at this point. You want to wear a mask, wear a mask. You don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask.
He's wearing the best kind of mask.
Yeah, it was interesting. That's for sure. Do you want to tell everyone what I said last night or not?
Well, actually, you can pull up a comment. Bubba Sue 953.
Let's see.
Oh, sorry, it's Bud Soda. Sorry.
Oh. She got it. I'm not even into that stuff, but I'm just like, I've seen some shit, and I'm like, that looks like something in the sexual realm. But nothing like pisses people off if you're wearing a mask or you're not wearing a mask. I just don't understand that. Just let everyone be alone. But it's just that. So that video went on and on and on. That guy eventually kicked her out. But
good for him.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand people that get in someone else's car and make commentary and are rude to them. Like, they're doing you a service. You know what I mean? Like, and Rideshare was set up, and we all know it's not your like Lyft was always like, you're giving your like a friend a ride. You know what I mean? They made it to be like friendly, but it truly is like, you know, it's just like, I'm just giving you a ride. You don't have to be like a dick about it. Like, so I don't know if you are a rideshare driver and you are new, and we have a new one in our chat that just started. He's actually local from our area, but he was really nervous about doing rideshare. He was like you guys, like hardcore food delivery, and decided to dabble in rideshare. And but what I'm saying is like, don't let anyone, you know, fuck with you. Just be like, hey, you're making me uncomfortable. You're being rude. Get out of my car. Like, that's your car.
I guess I just have a little bit of a different perspective, just because during the pandemic, and you guys probably all know this already, but my husband had a heart attack and quadruple bypass surgery, and we had to wear masks because of his, like, he was very immune to a lot of diseases, so we had to wear masks all the time. But you never know what someone's going through. You don't know their
Yes.
circumstances, and heck, he might even woke up in the morning and said, I'm really not feeling well, but I still want to go out and make money. Not that I'm saying that's right, but maybe he was protecting his passengers just
Her.
in case he was
Yeah.
catching something. So you never know someone's circumstances behind what they do. Just mind your own business.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But like, only in America we're gonna get super butthurt over a mask. Like, that's your biggest problem for the day. Like, seriously, like, first world problems. Like, who gives a shit what they
She's
put on
so
their face?
rude about it.
Oh, so rude about it. I think she ended up being like some sort of an attorney or something like that, which it's even the worst. The worst.
Like, already when she spoke about the time, I'm like, dude.
I know. Yes. Thank you. Right off the bat, you're clocking off by an hour. Oh, okay.
This isn't a cab.
We don't use that fucking clock. We all have phones, so it could say it's 6 hours off.
Exactly.
You know what I would have done? I just would have probably went to the clock and put it up like 2 more hours just to piss her off even more.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, great. Now it's 3 hours off. Have a good day.
Like,
sure.
It's crazy.
Bud Soda said Bane. Do you guys watch Batman? Are you guys into any kind of the Batman?
No.
Do you remember? Oh man, Bane was such a incredible villain. So, and he had a mask on, and he kind of talked. It sounded like that. Like that is such a heavy mask. It's altering his voice a little bit. But let's see.
But do you really care if do you really care if the driver's talking to you or not? Like, to me, I'm so antisocial. The couple times that I did it, like, I didn't want to be bothered. Like, I just wanted to get in the car, drive me where I'm at. I'm going to be on my phone. Like, I don't care if you're going to talk to me or not. It's quite okay.
Yeah. It's so weird.
I don't mind.
It's such a, like, someone needs to do like a documentary, because you're putting these strangers in a car together, and you got one that's really extroverted and one that introverted, and it's like it can get weird. Like, my policy is, like, I was like, hey, how's it going? Good, they say, and then I wait a little bit, like, you having a good day? Yep. I'm like, okay, I got one word answers. There we go. I'm not gonna say another word. But honestly, my job in there, I want a tip, so I will talk. We're gonna talk. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking to establish a relationship in that 6 to 8 minutes, and it works, y'all. It's just like waiting tables. It works. If you can get into their little bit of psyche and kind of like understand like what kind of vibe they have and stuff like that, it freaking works. And I mean, it's not always a great tip, but
I honestly, I would never, but if I ever did rideshare, no. If I ever did rideshare, I have the gift of gab, and I also have the gift of people just telling me their whole life story at a moment's notice. So, like, I think I would be honestly a really good rideshare driver. Like, there's so many times, like, my husband and I have gotten on a plane, and all of a sudden the person next to me just starts talking to me like through the entire plane ride about their whole life story, and my husband's just going, "Are you kidding me again? Like, again?" Like, and I'm like, what am I going to say? I had one time, it was an older gentleman, and he was flying to Africa because his wife just died, and they already had this pre-planned trip. And I'm like, how do you, you can't not talk to the gentleman?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? Like, you can't. You can't say, shut up, I'm trying to relax.
Well, it's because you don't have a resting bitch face. Like, when I'm traveling, I look like a complete asshole, and I'm just like, don't come near me. I don't want to talk to you.
I really do have an RBF.
Honestly, though, do you think if you had more face-to-face deliveries, it would be better? Like, so you'd have a little connection. People
for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I love whenever I see my customers.
Yeah.
That's what it was like pre-pandemic, right? Like, there was no such thing as leave it at door. Like, you literally handed every customer their order. Like, that was the thing. Like, there was no, let's take a picture. Like, that's what this created.
Yeah, it did. And not to say that when I get stuff delivered, I love leaving it at the door. I don't want to talk to
I
you.
do.
You know what I
No.
mean? Like as a customer, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It was the best thing that
I'm
ever
like, leave
happened,
that door,
honestly, to
don't
food
knock.
delivery and
Yeah.
also grocery delivery.
So it's at an hour and I don't go over because it should be an hour and that's what I do. But before we wrap this sucker up, you see how I do that? I just like, let's go. I run this shit tonight. It's already a minute and 2 seconds. I'm already frustrated. No, so what do you guys have coming up? Do you guys anything exciting or like in your life? Let's talk about life real quick if you want to. I mean, we never talk about life, right?
About
We're always
life.
talking. Yeah, like what do you got going on? Like like you going on.
He was like, what?
You going out to
I'm
dinner?
like, I go to work
You got
every day and
anything-
I come home.
You don't have anything fun planned for the weekend? Like
It was my
not-
birthday last week.
It was. Happy birthday.
Yeah, the day before the call.
You
or 2 days
you
before
turned 21?
Yes. US?
I think age works the same depending. It doesn't matter what country you're in.
That's what we used to say. We're like 21 US.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because the
That's
conversion
funny.
rate.
Oh, yes. That's so funny. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. 21.
Okay, talk about life. So the boardwalk started opening up on the weekend. So we've been going and doing like rides and stuff like that with my daughter on like the boardwalk. So that's been a lot of fun.
Are you close? You must be close then, right?
I'm only 10 minutes away from the beach.
Oh, wow.
That's so awesome.
So
That is
during the
so-
summer, I can literally just hop in the car and just go to the beach. So
Wow.
literally, I have like, already starting to like pre-plan the summer. Like I'm trying to work as much as I possibly can, like Monday through Friday. So that way, like the weekends are spent going to like the shore and doing fun stuff for the summer. So that's that. My daughter has an art show coming up this week.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
a 7-year-old art show. So that's
Oh, is it
Yeah,
actually
that's what I was
good
thinking.
art?
what?
Is it actually good art?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so
Well,
I'll
I
let you know.
But I mean, you kind of know. I mean, you're not. Don't throw your daughter under the bus if she ever sees this.
It's 7-year-old art. Like I'm just saying,
How
And
great
it's
can
her
it be?
daughter. She has to love it, okay?
That's
it
true.
is fantastic.
Well, that's good.
Hey,
Well,
Tony.
I'm glad that you live so close to the ocean. Is it always cold there though? Like the water's always cold, or does it end up warming up?
No, it warms up probably around like June, like to the end of June, July.
Okay.
In the midsummer when it gets like really high, like the ocean temperature can go to like 72, 75. Yeah.
Fun. Cool. So what's
But
going
didn't
up?
you say that you don't deliver to the beach?
No.
Or you don't
No,
like
during the
delivering
summer,
to the
no.
beach?
During off summer, I'll deliver there all day long. During the summer, I will never deliver to anywhere in the coastline.
Yeah,
Mm.
because you're gonna need basically a scooter to get around. You can't
Yeah,
even.
you can't
it's
park.
like gridlock.
It's gridlock, like it's literally bumper to bumper. It's not. Honestly, it's not. In my opinion, it's not worth it.
Mm. Makes
And then
sense.
you get the crazy people like I've had in the past who give an address of a house by the beach, and then they expect you to go to the beach to deliver it. No,
Of course. Why not?
no, like no.
For like a $4 tip.
Yeah, no. See, Baba Sue agrees with me. Yeah, traffic, no parking. It's not worth it.
Not worth it.
Yeah,
Not
that's not
worth
worth
it
it at all.
Anything content creating that's coming up soon for either of you?
Content creating. I have a video I'm working on right now. I've been doing a lot of live stuff.
Yeah, you have been like almost every day.
Yeah, a little bit. I cut back a little bit this week just because I've had a busy couple of days. Trying to think what else. I have my Tuesday Night Live podcast is new. I think that's really it.
8 p.m.
Yay,
Eastern.
fun.
Yeah. It's enough. It's enough.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot. I need to get back to posting on my channel. I haven't been
Yes.
posting on my channel in a bit.
Yeah,
'Cause we haven't been out. And now the outdoor track season is starting. So I didn't realize it was just like a 2 months break where we didn't have any track competitions. But now, as of next weekend, back to outside. So it's going to
Very
be
cool.
trying to be able to get out there and get some shifts done.
Awesome. Well, I ain't doing shit. So I'm going to be working this weekend doing a Lyft Quest 40 rides for an extra $110. And then I got to drive some old people around too. So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. Hey man, bus driving doesn't support all this. I gotta do rideshare and old people too. So
I get that.
Nothing really new with the show other than every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern we live stream. And appreciate Steve for letting me kind of semi run the show. And yeah, I think that's it. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Driving my life away.